Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Joe Capozza. I'm chair of the board at the Institute for Family-Owned Business. I'm also president of Capozza. Thank you, my table. I'm also president of Capozza Floor Covering Center, which was founded by my grandfather 50 years ago. And thank you so much for joining us tonight for the 24th Maine Family Business Awards. This year I had the honor to facilitate the judging, which was not an easy task. There was many great companies that that were nominated. Tonight we also mark the 30th anniversary of the Institute, so there's a lot for us to celebrate, and we're very excited to be here. For those tuning in from home, thanks for joining. Feel free to chat online with our MC, Paula Mahoney, the founder of Words at Work and fellow board member. Before we get started, I'd like to extend a very special thanks to the dancers and performers from Thriller Throwdown for starting the celebration off right. Now, please join me in welcoming Michael Bork, President and CEO of MEMIC, the Maine Family Business Awards presenting sponsor. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Joe, and thank you all. It is great to be here with you on this 30th anniversary of the Institute for Family-Owned Business Awards, and to join you all. This is always a fabulous event full of inspiration about the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to run a successful, sustainable business, let alone family-owned business. I want to thank many of you in the room who are policyholders of MEMIC, so in many ways you help sustain us. We do appreciate that. We appreciate your loyalty. Tonight I do want to make special mention, though, of somebody who's not with us tonight, but really is over all of these events. Last year we lost Maddie Corson, and we know we'll be honoring Maddie later, but I just wanted to make a special call out and to remind everybody, when you get a hug tonight, think about Maddie, because Maddie was the one who gave out the hugs. Anyway, enjoy tonight. MEMIC is proud to be a sponsor. Congratulations to you all, and especially to a certain few of you. We'll find out.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you all so much for coming. Good evening. I'm Catherine Wygant Fawcett, the Executive Director of the Institute for Family-Owned Business, otherwise known as IFOB. And I love my job, but especially this event. I'm thrilled to be here with you all tonight to celebrate the Institute's 30th anniversary, and more critically, the businesses whose hard work we at the Institute work every day to honor and support. The IFOB would not be here tonight, or at all, without you. We also wouldn't be here if it weren't for Maddie Corson, a longtime friend and champion of the IFOB. Maddie was the driving force behind the Maine Family Business Awards, which started over 2 decades ago. She passed away earlier this year. If you were lucky enough to have known Maddie, you know that she always had a huge smile and a big hug to give. A dedicated philanthropist and committed civic leader, Maddie loved Maine, and she especially loved Maine's family-owned businesses. Please join me in remembering and honoring Maddie tonight and welcoming her children who are here with us. We love Maddie. So thank you. I'd like to thank our gala partners tonight, our sponsors, for making tonight possible. Thank you to MEMIC, our presenting sponsor. Our award sponsors, Rennie's, Chalmers Insurance Group, M&T Bank, the Otter Malls, Geiger, Horsch Roofing, and Volk Packaging Corporation. Our event sponsors, Decor, Machias Savings Bank, live streaming, Family Enterprise USA, 30th anniversary video, Barry Dunn, Showcase, Skowhegan Savings, Entertainment, Shipyard Brewing Company, Finalist Video, Capozza Floor Covering Center, and Old Port Specialty Tile Company, social media, Flight New Media, and Audio AV Technic. Our media sponsors tonight are Burgess Advertising and Marketing Down East, and Jumbo Africa, Flight New Media, Maine Biz, Franklin Printing, and Maine Trust for Local News. Our other silver sponsors include Bangor Savings Bank, Gorham Savings Bank, the Breakwater Group at Morgan Stanley, Hammond Lumber, Norway Savings Bank, Zachow Construction, Cross Insurance, and Camden National Bank. Our table sponsors, our circle of friends, thanks to each of you for making these awards possible. Many thanks to our talented team of judges who undertook the difficult work of narrowing what was truly an impressive field of contenders from over 500 nominations. Special thanks to our sponsors who continue to support us year after year throughout the year. Our founding sponsors, MEMIC, Partners in Workplace Safety, and also our partner in tonight's awards. The law firm Vero, accountants Barry Dunn, TD Bank, Clark Insurance, a Marsh McLennan agency, and Richard Brothers Financial Advisors. We also thank our elite partners, Baker Newman Noyce, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, Capozzo Floor Covering Center and Oldport Specialty Tile Company, and the Breakwater Group at Morgan Stanley. And our 30th anniversary, we have a lot. So, Key Bank, Barry Dunn, Mascoma Bank, Oakhurst, Hussey Seating Company, Maine Trust for Local News, Legacy Properties, Sotheby's International Realty, Capozzo Floor Covering Center and Oldport Specialty Tile Company, and our fabulous online store. We have great items to purchase now, and Regatta Custom Merch Solutions. I'd also like to give a big shout out to our volunteers, including our board and advisory board members. Please stand. Come on, let's see you. Thank you. Yay! And to you, our members, who help make our work logistically and financially possible. Thank you to Brooke Stewart, our Director of Communications, a tireless champion for family-owned businesses, and the woman who keeps the IFOB trains running on time. Our wonderful MC, Amanda Hill, returns to lead us through the evening's events. Thank you, Amanda. We love having you here. Our theme is Survive and Thrive, which pays homage to those who started the IFOB 30 years ago. We're excited to have Kathy Lee, who founded the IFOB with her late father, Shep Lee, join us for this milestone. They envisioned an organization that would help family-owned businesses in Maine reach their fullest potential. We're excited to have Kathy join us tonight to witness that this organization and this community has not only survived, but thrived. At the IFOB, we aim to support your ability to thrive through educational programmings, networking, and relationship-building opportunities, and peer groups. You can read about them in your upcoming programs. We have a Next Gen in 2 weeks, and on our website at fambusiness.org. When you support the IFOB, you support Maine businesses who support the economy, which in turn supports you. And now, here's a look at how the IFOB has had such an impact over the last 30 years and will continue to have an impact for many more years to come. Thank you.
It was, I think, early 90s. My father was beginning to think about what would happen down the road, and he heard about the Institute for Family-Owned Business at UNH and told me he wanted me to go with him. After a couple of programs, which were really interesting and revealing, I said to him, why don't we do this here? So he thought it was a great idea. So I went to David Hawk, and he thought it was a great idea and agreed to help me.
I originally became involved with IFOB back in the 1994-1995 time period. It became my capstone project when I was finishing up my graduate degree to write the original business plan for IFOB. My memory is that it was a collaboration from a variety of different people. And it was modeled a little bit after some of those other institutes that had been started across the country. Kathy and Shep and David and Ralph were all very much interested in doing something like that here closer to home, because that is the bread and butter of our economy here, the family-owned businesses.
The Lee family had come forward to USM. That's when I got my first phone call, and I met with Bill Mortensen from USM.
And they said, well, that'd be great. We'll give you an office, but we have no funds, and we have no one that can really run it. So I was the founding director, and we started putting on seminars, and we started signing up members.
Ralph Strazario reached out, and as a family we talked about it and said it really makes sense to be involved with the program in Portland.
It was initially an effort to help family businesses have a place to share information, learn how to run their businesses better, learn how to deal with family issues.
It started small and very intimate. People had to build up trust with each other.
In some cases, it was like pulling teeth to get people to join, because they didn't want to air their dirty laundry in public.
The early days, Tom Juniman was the executive director. He was also an employee of USM.
We didn't necessarily have a lot of programs to start with. I mean, certainly when you look at where the IFOB has evolved and the amount of programming that Catherine and her team run, it's radically different.
We've been able to grow the membership by 250% and the attendance at our biggest event at the awards by 40%. We've also increased our programs from around 15 programs to over 50.
Maddie Corson is a person at any point in her life would light up a room. I first got to know her through the Institute for Family-Owned Business. She could not have been a more enthusiastic supporter of IFOB. I think she believed strongly in family-owned businesses and the power of what they could do in our community.
She came on board. She became the president immediately.
With Maddie, as well as with my father, Shep, there was such a commitment to relationships, but the relationships within a business need to be conducted somewhat apart from the personal relationships.
We were talking as a board about how do we recognize the successes of the family businesses in our state. Maddie said, let's do a Maine Family Business Award. And so we went through the whole process of what does the award stand for? What is the award? So to us, it was really looking at family and business and community and how those overlap.
The one thing that we hear time and time again from members is that the affinity groups are really what drive their interest and bring people in.
I started in a peer group immediately when we joined, and that experience has been profound. We talk about all of our problems personally and professionally in a safe space, which I think is critical to being able to learn from each other and help each other.
When I first was really getting involved in my family business, I was given the opportunity to join IFOB on the board, and it really helps guide me. It helps me personally with my confidence.
I'd love to see the Institute for Family-Owned Business be here for the next 30 years and rise to the occasion for all of the challenges and opportunities that our family-owned businesses here in this community will have over the next 30 years. And I think the IFOB can play a really important role in facilitating those exchanges and supporting these family-owned businesses into the future, which is really important for our Maine economy.
Hello, I'm Deirdre Wadsworth. I'm president of Hardy Pond Construction, which was founded by my father. I've worked for the family business in some capacity since I was a kid. This year I serve as the vice chair of the IFOB and was honored to serve on the judges panel. Let me say, it was not an easy task. You are an impressive bunch, and our decisions were not made lightly. I think I can speak for my fellow judges in saying that we loved reading your applications and hearing about all the heart and hard work that you've put into making your businesses great. Before we hear from our finalists, we'd like to thank the 8 semi-finalists who this year did not move on to the finalist round. 1790 Lighting Showroom, Keith's Meter Service, Academy of Dance, Libby and Son UPICs, Funtown Splashtown USA, I'm sorry if the song is stuck in your head forever, Hypnotherapy Comfort Zone LLC, St. Croix Tap and Table, Steadfast Marketing Keep It Local Maine. Congratulations. Considering the more than 500 nominations we received, you should be very proud. Thank you for your commitment and dedication. Please enjoy your framed certificate and your complimentary membership to the IFOB for the rest of the year. Now, let's hear from the 25 finalists.
Hi, my name is Joe Bouchard. I'm the 5th generation farmer up here in Fort Kent, and this is my wife.
Yes, hi, I'm Janice Bouchard, and here's my son.
I'm Philip Bouchard, 6th generation. This is Jack, 7th generation, and my wife.
Hi, I'm Emily Bouchard.
We produce 700 plus acres of buckwheat. We also have 100 head of cattle. We have a farm store, which we started 10 years ago. We have a mill that mills all our buckwheat into flour, so we have good quality control over the product that we produce.
Hi, I'm Jerry.
And I'm Janelle, and we're husband and wife team here at Janelle Bags. We started Janelle Bags as first generation business owners, and we design and create leather bags. Our mission is to create timeless designs that fit every woman's practical needs.
I'm Cindy Kerr.
And I'm Bob Kerr. Together we're the founders of Kerr Security Services.
We have 17 dedicated employees, which includes 5 of our children. Together, we take pride in delivering top-notch security solutions and exceptional customer service.
Since 1997, we've grown to serve Maine's financial institutions, educational facilities, commercial and residential customers. Our mission is to protect what matters most.
Hi, I'm Steve Barker, president and owner, first generation, and founder of the Wood Pellet Warehouse.
Hi, my name is James Barker, 2nd generation owner of Wood Pellet Warehouse. What makes our company unique is we deliver wood pellets and bio bricks throughout the state of Maine and New Hampshire.
And what's very unique is being able to work with my son and seeing the business grow as far as it has.
The first year in business, we did 30 tons of pellets to currently around 25,000 tons of product delivered to you every year.
We bring the heat.
Hello, my name is Kathy Roberts.
And I'm Cam Perrell.
We are first generation and co-owners of Pieceworks, a custom contract manufacturing company operating for 28 years in Montville, Maine. Our highly skilled and versatile team can supplement your workforce and do your production in our facility. We provide assembly, packaging, shipping, and fulfillment. We can help you find solutions to resolve your production needs. Learn more about us at pieceworksinc.net.
Open the window to a world of high-quality, world-class windows from America's oldest window manufacturer, where we understand better than anyone what quality and durability truly mean, where modern engineering and innovation is just a part of our day-to-day, where quality and beauty truly meet as one, and where we know the most important thing is people in your home and ours. Matthews Brothers Windows and Doors. Learn more and find a dealer near you at MatthewsBrothers.com.
Hi, I'm Amanda Young. I'm the 4th generation of Youngs at Young's Lobster Pound here in Belfast. My great-grandparents started this in 1935. I currently work with my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew, and once in a while my children help out. We all work together to make this place what it is today since 1935.
Coastal Auto Parts has built its business by focusing on superior customer service through a deep inventory, quality people, and building meaningful relationships with their customers. Coastal Auto Parts is a family business deeply rooted in the Ellsworth community.
I'm Kimberly Graffam, third generation owner of Graffam Brothers Seafood Market.
I'm Lenny Gronross, Kimberly's husband, also third generation owner of Graffam Brothers.
I'm Keely Gronross Graffam. It started in 1946 with Kim's grandfather here in Rockport. For 80 years, 4 generations have worked in every facet of the company. We are honored to be nominated with so many awesome family businesses.
Hi, we're Lauren and Greg Suche of the Craig Inn and Causeway Restaurant, a first-generation family business in Sprucehead, Maine. We live here at the inn with our pups and provide rooms for our younger staff. Every month, we donate to a nonprofit organization. We participate in fundraising events.
We also donate our time, resources, and our collective voices for many important issues here in the Mid-Coast. The environment, affordable housing, and community involvement are especially dear to our hearts. A rising tide lifts all boats. We're here for the long haul with our chosen family in Sprucehead here on the Mid-Coast.
Hello, I'm Laura Renaud.
And I'm Nicole McDonald.
And we are the second
and third generation owners of Heads of the Harbor, a beauty salon located in Booth Bay Harbor.
My mother started this business in 1980, and since opening the doors, we have each brought our unique vision and passion to this business.
Our commitment to a quality customer experience, professional growth, and serving our community will remain strong in this next phase of our organizational growth.
Congratulations and good luck to all the other finalists.
We're proud to be included in such an inspirational group.
Hello everyone, my name is Harjo, one of the co-founders of Fisherman's Net. In 2018, we started out as a small seafood market on Front Avenue in Texas, but a fire forced us to close our door. Looking back, it was a blessing in disguise. We had a chance to move into Brunswick to expand our operation. We are having a seafood market right now and a dining restaurant.
We also ship out of state. You are all invited to Fisherman's Net.
I'm Abby, and this is my sister Amy. This is Jess and her husband Mark, and we are the new owners of Doobie's Flower Shop. We bought the shop in 2023 from Skip and Deb, who bought it from the Doobie family in 1979. The Doobies established the flower shop in 1931. This is what people think florists do. This is what we actually do. Oh my god.
Naga Claim Services is a second-generation family-owned business located in Bridgeton, Maine. Naga was founded in 1991 by brothers Bill and Bruce Chalmers, and Naga is known nationwide as the premier third-party administrator paying accident claims. We are proud to have the second-generation Tom Chalmers and Marnie Chalmers involved in the family business. With over 40 employees, we are committed to our people, their development, and having them feel like part of the family.
Hi, I'm Rocky Chinquette, second generation owner of Mainline Fence.
I'm Ryan Chinquette.
I'm Erin Chinquette.
I'm Martha Chinquette.
And we're the third generation of Mainline Fence.
And I am the fourth generation.
Mainline Fence, we're celebrating 75 years of service, where we install fence and guardrail in southern Maine. We specialize in highway, industrial, and residential fencing. On behalf of Mainline Fence, third generation family-owned business, we're honored to be a finalist in the Maine Family Business Awards this year. Congratulations to all the other finalists tonight.
I'm Evan Paraso, a black belt here at Centerpoint Martial Arts, and this is Andy Mishkin, the co-owner who, along with his wife, Hester, and his daughter, Harriet, opened in Falmouth in 2016. Centerpoint is a martial arts school, a day camp, and an after-school program. We provide self-defense seminars and parents' nights out. We help students and families unlock their inner potential. We take what we do seriously, but don't take ourselves too seriously. See you soon.
Hello, my name is Larry Grondin. I'm a third generation owner and president at R.J. Grondin & Sons, headquartered in Gore, Maine.
And I'm Sean O'Leary, vice president and fourth generation owner, as we celebrate our 65th year in existence.
Grondin is one of Maine's premier earth-moving contractors specializing in heavy highway, commercial site work, underground utilities, and aggregate production and sales.
Our team of 150 Maine-based employees work on some of the biggest infrastructure projects in southern Maine.
We are honored to be a finalist at the Maine Family Business Awards and would like to congratulate all the other nominees.
I'm Sue Waltz, first generation owner and CFO.
And I am Mike Waltz, president and second generation of Waltz & Sons Propane.
We started in 1996 and operated out of our home until 2018 when we built our current location in beautiful Buxton Forsyth. We are a full-service, residential-only propane company. We have an amazing, young, talented, fun crew, and together we are proud to service southern Maine homeowners.
Hi, my name is Nonglak. I'm the owner of Doc Malay Thai Kitchen. Working with two older brothers, a daughter, and two nieces can definitely be challenging. There's a lot of arguing and even a few 2 weeks notice, but at the end of the day, we always laugh about it and keep pushing forward together as a family.
Indigo Arts Alliance exists to amplify the creative voices and vision of artists of color across disciplines of visual arts, dance, music, and creative writing, and general forms of creative expression, to be a space where ideas and concepts can come to life in a space that is specifically for Black and brown artists and other artists of color to be together in ways in which inform, encourage, support.
Radius Pipe Solutions is a very unique company that delivers high temperature, high pressure water lines.
Radius Pipe Solutions is a first generation company. Prior to RPS, our customers had to order products by the container load. We can custom cut and coil those products so that we can meet smaller project sizes.
Our product actually supports decreasing the carbon footprint overall.
It's a dream come true to own your own business. I absolutely love what I do.
I'm Colleen Kavanaugh, CEO and founder of Soul Being, where we have built a unique business model that allows corporate leaders to decrease healthcare spend by prioritizing non-covered, evidence-based preventative care for their teams. I have the great privilege of working alongside my dad, Jim Kavanaugh, who serves as chairman of our board, and come from a long legacy of entrepreneurs spanning at least 4 generations, multiple states and industries. We're so proud to be here today among all the nominees, and best of luck.
Build the outdoor living space of your dreams. At Shed Happens, it's easy, enjoyable, and worry-free. Quality structures start with quality support, and we're here to help. Shed Happens is Maine's leading manufacturer and retailer of wood and vinyl storage sheds. Our sales team is ready to answer your questions and help design a storage solution that works for you. Give us a call today or visit Shed Happens in Saco, Portland, or Alfred and explore our wide range of options.
Hi, I'm Matt McAdam, and I run McDougall Orchards with my sister, my mom, and my dad as the 7th and 8th generation of our family farm. We're located in Springvale, Maine. We grow over 40 different varieties of high-quality apples, other tree fruit, and raspberries. We create memorable experiences that last for generations, apples and so much more.
Hi, I'm Thomas Hussey.
I'm Letitia Hussey Beauregard.
And I'm Rich Hussey.
We are a 6th and 7th generation family business focused on long-term relations, trust, and integrity right here in Maine.
Designing seating that enhances every moment, putting fans and audiences at the heart of the action.
High quality, durable seating solutions for venues of all sizes, from high school gyms to professional arenas and every stage in between. We're Hussey Seating, where every seat is a front row experience.
What a great crew. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Hill. I'm a weeknight anchor at NewsCenter Maine, and I am so honored to be back with you for this. It's always one of my favorite times of year, the Maine Family Business Awards. We are celebrating semi-finalists, finalists, and winners. And as you may know, I actually grew up in Maine. I love meeting and celebrating people who make this state a great place to live, work, and play, because it is. We have some special guests with us tonight. We have Bob Crowley, who you may... So you do remember him, okay. You may remember him as the $1 million winner of CBS's Survivor Season 17, and his daughter, Paige Atherton, is with him. Bob founded Maine Forest Yurts with his family, including Paige. I am looking forward to chatting with Bob and Paige, and you can actually join in the conversation, so start thinking of some questions. First, though, we want to show you the best of Bob on Survivor and a look at some of what he's been up to since you last saw him on national TV.
Wins immunity! Bob, Bob, Bob! Survivor phone. Bob. The oldest and one of the most likable winners in Survivor history, Bob, the physics teacher from Maine, is a millionaire.
Maine Forest Yurts is a 100-acre campground that features fully furnished yurts for luxurious winter camping. The Crowley family welcomes people who want to drop in and recharge their batteries.
I think they don't do it enough. People love sitting around the yurts and just having a reset and just being tuned out from what's going on in their lives and just being right here and being quiet. It's very peaceful in a yurt. It's very zen-y.
Yurts feature angled latticework walls with a door frame and a wheel at the top for ventilation and light. Of course, original walls were yak skin. Modern yurts are burlap, have stoves for heating, gas stoves for cooking, a sink, immaculate hardwood floors, and all the amenities. You just spread out your sleeping bag, and you're ready for a night far away without having gone far.
We have a lot of groups of women that come, so my dad's excited about that. And then we have a lot of families that come. A lot of moms bring their children, or dads bring their daughters for a daddy-daughter trip.
The foreman on this job was Paige's boyfriend, Jake Atherton.
One of our big focuses on it was keeping it very simple and clean, a lot like the woods around here. So we wanted to have all the amenities, but stay true to what the feeling we're trying to deliver.
Now, it takes a little bit of imagination to see it now, but behind me is Walk Around Pond. And this little stadium here is where each summer the Durham Warriors Survival Challenge is staged.
It is awesome. It is 4 days of absolute misery, and they don't know it. They think they're having a good time. And people love to come watch because they people that have actually seen Survivor produce say it's a lot like Survivor.
Maine Forest Yurts is not about surviving, it's about enjoying a peaceful getaway all year long.
Please welcome Bob Crowley and Paige Atherton to the stage. How we doing?
Oh, great. Thank you for having us. This is wonderful.
Thanks for being here. Of course, we have to get the Survivor questions out of the way first. Bob, one of the things that this group wanted to know was there anything on Survivor that you took to your family business? Any lessons learned from that?
The problem was I was 57 years old when I went on the show, and I had learned a lot of lessons before that. But I think what I didn't learn on the show, but I know today that if you want to get ahead, the best thing to do is be a nice person. Introduced Paige is actually the nice person at Maine Forest Yurts. I'm just the guy moving the wood. But I think the success of Maine Forest Yurts has been Paige does an amazing job of knowing who's coming, introducing them. I will be down splitting wood. She'll call me up and go, okay, Bob, you don't remember names, but it's Janice and Bill that are coming, but the dog's name is Spot, okay? So when you go up, just go, remember Spot, like he got on your shirt, okay?
Well, the dog's the important one anyway, right?
And people love it when she remembers the names of their kids, their dogs, and prompts me to say hello when they arrive.
That's impressive because that's a lot of work.
Yes. Yeah. I used to be better at it. I have 3 young children now, so things are cloudy. So a lot of times I'll cheat and I'll look in the journals that people write in, and I'll cheat and see if it jogs my memory of who's been there before.
Fair enough. Yeah. We saw a little highlight reel, Bob. Any really memorable experience from Survivor that you'd want to share with people?
The most memorable, and they didn't show it, was I won for those of you who watch Survivor, there's a loved one challenge where somebody wins, and my season they said we were only going to get a video on the first time I'd ever seen a video phone. And they said it's just going to be a video of your wife. And they had this great video that, I won, I sit down, it's crazy, I'm sitting in Africa in the middle of the jungle with a fresh pizza, a beer, and this video of Peggy saying to me, oh Bob, 100%, I know you're having a great time. Wait a second, I'm going to show you something. And she gets up and walks off. And they told me there's going to be a whole video, and I'm trying to get the whole video. And I didn't have a 12-year-old I could hand the phone to and say, hey, could you get me the whole video? And while I'm trying to get the thing, she keeps saying, I got to show you something, I got to show you something. And in my frustration, I said, show me what? Well, I didn't realize she was standing behind me. And I remember glancing over and thinking, that looks like Peggy, but like she's not in Africa. And it was just an amazing moment to be sitting in Africa and have Peggy show up. And it was just surreal. But that, without a doubt, is seared into my mind. And Peggy is sitting here tonight, and if anybody sees her going like this, just nudge me, because that means I'm going.
Well, I'm here. I'm
okay.
She's here.
Okay, then I won't tell that story.
Do you stay in touch with any of the contestants you were with?
What's that?
Do you stay in touch with anyone from Survivor?
I haven't talked to anybody on Survivor since last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peg and I have the privilege of going, and it's been 15 years, going all over, it used to be all over the country, but we actually went to South Africa to raise money for a Christian school. But we go around the country raising money for Give Kids a World, which is connected to Make-A-Wish, and Kansas, we did Habitat for Humanity. We do a breast cancer one out in California. I didn't realize how many reality people that don't necessarily have a grip on reality raise money for different causes. And it's just so, we feel so privileged that we're going down to Florida to raise money for Make-A-Wish. And we feel so privileged that we can do this. I didn't even know that it existed, but I started.
Well, I was going to say, you were coming home from Montana.
Yes.
And you saw Corinne.
Oh, right. Last week, I'm coming back from Seattle, Washington, and we're in the Denver airport. And I only know one person in Denver. It's Corinne, who is a mean girl on my season, who I love to death. But I'm walking through the airport and going to a Mexican restaurant with Peg, and I hear this woman yelling, "Bob, Bob," and I know somebody, and it just happened to be Corinne.
Wow.
And when you least expect it, is Corinne here?
She's in the back, I think, in the back corner. Paige, I want to talk about your involvement with Maine Forest Yurts. How initially, when this all started, what was your involvement?
Sure, yeah, so my parents started it as a retirement business to keep themselves busy. Bob's dream was always to retire at 57 and work in the woods, but he never really understood exactly what that would look like, but it turned into Maine Forest Yurts because they wanted to share their 100 acres of woods with the public and bring people to Maine and show them our beautiful woods. I have two older brothers. My oldest brother doesn't like the winter, and my other brother doesn't enjoy talking to people. So here I am in front of everybody on a chilly October night, representing my parents' business.
Well, you're great representation.
Thank you.
We saw a little taste in that Bill Green video of what Maine Forest Yurts is about, but give us a taste of what it's really about.
Sure. So we're open year-round. We have people from all over the world, and something that's most important to me is to show the simplicity of life when people come to the yurts. My husband works and does all his fun things of using the tractor and being our road commissioner. And his brother's here too, Zach is here, who lives right on the property with us in his own house, but with his wife too. But we could put more into the yurts, we could put more electricity, but we don't want to. We want people to come and disconnect from their real life. I had an epiphany about 6 years ago. Somebody was leaving and they said, "Back to the real world," and I had a moment of realizing that I live in people's vacation land. They come here to relax, and so whatever's going on in my daily life, they can't know that's going on. They need to be welcomed with a smile and happy thoughts, and it's usually where he is.
Great job.
Yeah. So it's just important for people to feel like they're coming back to their camp. Like when you hear the expression of going up to camp, like I want people to feel that when they come to the yurts.
And kind of like coming home.
Yeah. That nostalgic feeling.
Yeah. Bob, you started talking a little bit about how you're still able to give back. I want to talk about your nonprofit, Durham Warriors. Tell us about that.
Both my parents were World War II veterans. Mom was an Army nurse, and do you know how you can tell if somebody's an Army nurse?
How?
You don't have to, they'll tell you. She served in the Philippines during World War II. My dad served on Liberty ships on both theaters. He was in Europe when the war ended there, and then went through the Panama Canal, was on his way to Japan when the war ended in Japan. But they always flew an American flag, always showed respect for other veterans. And when we started developing Maine Forest Yurts, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to be able to start a nonprofit that allows veterans, active military, to come and stay there. And we also, any nonprofit, Paige, when her grandmother died, my mother-in-law moved in with us when Paige was born because she didn't trust me with you. And, so we
went to Center for Grieving Children when she passed.
Yeah, so Paige went to Center for Grieving Children, so that's one of the things I thought, wouldn't it be nice? And actually the first group that came was Center for Grieving Children. Paige came to me in October of 2017, I think it was. Don't correct me on the date, doesn't make any difference. And said, it was October, she said, I've rented out Zenden January 21st. And I said, Paige, you haven't even fixed the road, cut down the trees, pulled the stumps, put up the platform, put the 32 sonotubes in, built the yurt, and this is October. She goes, I know, well, Jake and I are going to do it after work. I said, but he works a 45, 50-hour week, and you've got a full-time job here. She goes, well, we'll just, I said, it gets dark here in October. And they put up Christmas lights, looked like this, and they put the whole thing together, and on January 20th, they stayed in it themselves to make sure everything was copacetic, and then on the 21st, we gave it to a mother and daughter from Center for Grieving Children who had just lost their father. And I don't know how that karma thing works, but the little girl, who was like 13, drew an incredible picture of Zenden, a pen and ink, and it's still up in Zenden. But it's just it's a great way for us to give back. And what we originally did was we played Survivor on the property, and we invited 18 Survivor fans and 6 people that had been on the show to play Survivor. And the problem with Survivor fans and people who have been on the show is they're so incredibly competitive, the games are actually verging on dangerous. And
I bet.
And we, after 5 years, we'd only had 1 broken wrist, 1 broken ankle, and 2 broken ribs. And no lawyers, no offense to the lawyers that are helping us tonight. But, and so the fundraiser is still going on in Macomb, Georgia. And if anybody wants the real feeling of Survivor there, we shipped all our challenges out there. And they actually, when we had the challenge going on in Durham, we had a couple of people that were recruited to the show. And I don't know whether the Survival Challenge, it's called now, in Macomb, Illinois, I don't know whether they've had any recruiters yet. But anyway, I was just brought up by a couple of Maine parents that believe that you should give back when you're capable of doing it, and that's what we did with the, what we do now is I collect bottles.
Yes.
Every
little bit helps.
It does.
I want to wrap up with this. It sounds like you have a lot of family members who are involved in the Maine Forest Yurts. What does it take to survive and thrive in a family-owned business?
Sure. So we were talking about this on the way down of like, what does it take? For me, I had to learn that my parents are human, that they're not just my parents during the day. I know, but you have to realize that they work differently, they learn differently, and to not take everything personally too when you're working with them. You're a different person at work than you are in life. We're really fortunate that we live close to each other too. In some aspects, that's really nice. But we take time off and we travel, and the space is nice to have, but it's also just respecting each other and knowing that we're building something for ourselves that we all really enjoy. And that we get to be with each other too. Like, not many families can be with each other and enjoy being around each other.
Yeah.
And I feel so lucky that Paige and her brothers and Zach and Jake and then Zach. Zach's my son-in-law. Jake is my son-in-law. Whatever.
They're all family.
They're a couple of family, you know. But we're so privileged to be able to help each other out, and we all live within a crossbow shot from the house. And so it's been a real privilege. And the reason we do well is because Paige is so incredibly organized and keeps me in line.
I think that respecting each other is something a lot of businesses in this room tonight can really appreciate and understand. So I want to take a moment and open it up to audience questions. If anyone has any questions in the audience. I think there's a microphone traveling around somewhere.
I just want to say thank you to Bob Crowley for passing me in high school physics.
Where are you?
Stand up. Wait, stand up so we can see you. You see the hands waving?
Yeah.
I had. You're welcome.
I have a question. I don't know if you can hear me. Are you hiring?
Are you hiring? He says.
What?
Are you hiring?
You'd have to check with my daughter Paige, who is on the stage here with me. I'm not allowed
You have to
to
figure
deal
out how
with
to
money.
marry in right now, I think.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I think that's the trick.
Got to join the family.
I have a quick question for you, very interesting. LaKendra McNair with M&T Bank, thank you. I'm from out of town, and this is very incredible and very moving. In DC, I don't think we have an institution like this, so congrats again for the institution and things that you guys are doing. Bob and Paige, I would love to know, I know you talked about giving back. One of the things that comes up a lot, and I remember Warren Buffett having this conversation, was what are the values? What are the things that is essential to the culture of the family business that you want to see your children and generations to come to pass on? So if it's collaboration, if it's, what does that look like for you guys from a value perspective to continue the legacy? What are those values you'd like to pass on?
Can you take this one?
So for me, it would be, the yurts are on 100 acres of land, and it's important for me to keep the 100 acres of land protected, but also to make sure that families can always access the land, whether it's our business or going forward, however that would look. I would say that we believe in the Maine woods. We love the Maine way of life, of this small town feel of when you come to Maine, you feel like your family no matter where you are, and you can pick anyone in this room and somehow we all know each other. Like my mom, Miss Fort Kent of 1969, she knows probably half of these people. It's for us, it's the value of people feeling like family when they come to our land, and protecting it so it always stays that way.
It came to me from my parents, and I think the easiest way to describe Ann and Gordon Crowley is my dad bought a spot on Stave Island out in the middle of Casco Bay, and my mother put a sign on the door that says, "You're welcome to take shelter, just close the door when you leave." Mm-hmm. And the sign is still up on their camp, and no matter who showed up at the island, they were welcomed in.
You were welcome to take shelter.
They're welcome to take shelter, and that was just sort of genetically passed on to me, and I'm so proud that it's been passed on to Paige, and I hope my grandchildren, it's so fun to see them running around the property and enjoying it, and also away from Maine Forest Yurts, just this fall, I was talking to somebody at Dolphin Marina, and he was saying how lucky I was that I have a son-in-law, Jake, that is helping fix the camp that I've ignored for a while we're making Maine Forest Yurts. And the fellow said, "You're so lucky that you have another generation that cares about the island," and he also cares about Maine Forest Yurt. But while we're having the conversation, Paige's two little girls, Anna and Maxine, came running halfway down the ramp and stopped, and both of them started jumping up and down going, "We're going to the island, we're going to the island, we're going to the island." And the guy looked at me and he goes, "You got two more generations that are excited about the island, and they're excited about the yurts." And I think it was just something that was passed on to me from my parents, and I'm very privileged to realize that it's passed on to Paige and Jake and our grandchildren.
Yeah, very important stuff.
And
Paige
anybody in Maine that wants to come visit.
Definitely check out Maine Forest Yurts. Paige Atherton, Bob Crowley, thank you so much for taking your time.
Thank you for having me.
You had me at snowmobiling. All right, let's get to the juicy stuff, right? Our finalists tonight, they come from diverse industries. They share many commonalities, though. All emphasize a commitment to innovation, hard work, community betterment, and fostering a strong company culture with demonstrated care for their employees, whom they often treat like family. For this year's awards, we received over 500 nominations. That's huge. From there, judges discussed and debated and ultimately narrowed the entries to 33 semi-finalists and 25 finalists, and finally, 7 winners. We celebrate them tonight. Judges, please stand when I call your name. Shaylee Fendler from MEMIC. Jennifer Johnson from Franklin Printing. Charlie Zackow from Zackow Construction. Emily McChesney from Pratt Abbott Garment Care. And Deirdre Wadsworth from Hardy Pond Construction. Thank you, judges, for your thoughtfulness and care in this process. Now, the moment we have been waiting for. It's time to meet the 2024 Maine Family Business Award winners. You guys ready? Yeah. All right. If we do call your name, please come on up to the stage, accept your award, and say a few words. I'd like to invite David Geiger, the Vice President and General Counsel from Geiger, up to help present this award. Our first award is the Geiger Environmental Leadership Award. It honors companies that set the standard for sustainability. The land our winning company works has been cultivated by generations of the same family since 1776. And as one judge pointed out, this business is literally as old as our country. But they have never stopped looking forward. They've worked to improve their environmental footprint by using biodiesel, planting native plants, finding natural ways to ward off pests, and working with the Natural Resources Conservation Service. They have also demonstrated exemplary land stewardship. Congratulations to McDougall Orchards, winner of the Geiger Environmental Leadership Award.
Definitely was not expecting to be the first one, or at all. Thank you very much. On behalf of the McDougall family, we are so thrilled to accept this award as a reflection of our dedication, hard work, and commitment to serving our customers and our community. Thank you to the rest of my family who couldn't be here except for my wife, our employees and customers and community supporters, and all of you. Thank you. Come see us next year. We're open for 2 more days this year, but next year, come see us. Thank you.
Congratulations. I would like to invite Phil Cohen, Maine Regional President from M&T Bank, to the stage to help me present this award. The M&T Bank Innovation and Technology Award, it recognizes companies that have developed new methods, ideas, or products that solve a problem or improve significantly upon a previous solution to a problem. Since its first invention in 1835, this company has continued to innovate with 20 patents dating back to the 1930s, and they are still going, constantly pushing to create new seating concepts for stadiums, schools, and churches. Here's a fun fact. 50% of all K-12 schools have this company's seating somewhere in their building, and they're responsible for creating many manufacturing jobs right here in Maine. The winner of the M&T Bank Innovation and Technology Award is Hussey Seating Company.
Thank you very much. My name is Brian DeVoe. I have the distinct honor of being just the second non-family member to be president and CEO of Hussey Seating Company, and interestingly, only the 8th in our 189-year history. And I've only been on the job for 2 years, so do the math. I think the other 7 did a lot more time. I'm going to share a few thoughts, and then I'm going to turn the podium over to Letitia Hussey Beauregard, who's a member of the 6th generation of the Hussey family and board chair for the family business. So when I am asked about Hussey, the word I use most to describe the company is unique. It's an incredibly unique business. It's unique for any business to survive 189 years, let alone a family business. As the Innovation Award recognized, the work we do is incredibly unique. We build very complex seating systems literally all over the world. And it's unique that we do it from North Berwick, Maine, where we've done it since 1835. All very incredible, unique things. What's most unique, though, about Hussey Seating Company is the Hussey family. Really just an incredibly, incredibly unique family and the way they have fostered this business through 6 and now 7 generations. They treat us, the employees, like family. They treat us like owners of the business. And they live the core values that we have on the walls every day. And that is that we're a family business in it for the long run. We operate with honesty and integrity. And we empower everyone that we work with. And those aren't just words on the wall. Those are things that we live every day, and that starts with the Hussey family. So on behalf of the 330 employees of Hussey Seating Company, I want to thank the Institute for Family-Owned Business, but more so I want to thank the Hussey family for their incredible leadership of this organization and our organization. So thank you all very much.
Before I make my comments, I just want to introduce, we got Tom Hussey, Philip Hussey, and Josh Hussey. We had a couple other family members who couldn't make it. As I said, I'm a member of the 6th generation and chair of the board. Brian, thank you for your comments. And being a CEO, a non-family CEO of a family business, for those who might know, is not an easy task, so you're doing it very well so far. I'm truly honored to accept this award on behalf of the Hussey family. This recognition means a great to us and highlights the hard work, dedication, and passion we have for our family to continue the legacy. It takes a team of individuals to continue our success, and I'd like to thank all the members of the Hussey team. That's from our board of directors, our senior management, and all the employees. As Brian shared with you just a few seconds ago, our core values. These are very important to us. Again, as he said, it's not just on the wall, it's what we really believe in. And so being in it for the long run, we can make the right decisions for not us as a family, but for our employees and for our industry. We are proud to continue to be a family-owned business in Maine and are very excited about the future. Again, thank you for this honor.
Congratulations. I'd now like to invite Peter Horch, president from Horch Roofing, to the stage to help present the next award. The Horch Roofing First Generation Award, it recognizes outstanding companies that haven't yet transitioned from one generation to the next one. This company was nominated by Amberlynn Esperanza. In the spirit of American ingenuity, the family drew on Dad's experience as a fishmonger and Mom's cooking skills to revive a Brunswick lobster stand and sell fresh seafood directly to Asian American businesses. Within a few years, they had tripled sales across the board with small yet deliberate actions, such as installing solar panels and allowing employees to attend culinary and business school while working. They're laying the groundwork for future generations. Congratulations to Fisherman's Net. You are the winners of the Horch Roofing First Generation Award.
Well, just want to say, wow, thank you very much for the award. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Quang Nguyen. I'm the co-owner. My cousin Hoa Chung and her husband Devin is a co-owner as well. But also truly want to make this award dedication to my family, especially my mom and dad, who actually work in the business as well. That because of them, when they first came here from Vietnam, 2017, that popped up the ideas of me looking for a business for mom and dad to work. So that backstory, mom and dad have a fish farm in Vietnam for 30 years. So came over here, didn't know any English, so I was thinking of something that closer to them, closer to home, something that they familiar with. That's where the idea of having a seafood market came up, and then eventually turned into a restaurant. And mom decided to help with different recipe that basically blending the seafood, the Maine seafood, with the Vietnamese cuisine, and that's how we start. And thank you very much. So.
Congratulations, you guys. All right, I would like to invite up Dottie Chalmers Cutter and Jim Chalmers, fourth generation owners from Chalmers Insurance Group, to the stage to help present the next award. The Chalmers Insurance Group Customer Service Award seeks out a business that consistently exceeds its customers' expectations. Nominated by Jenna Jeffrey and Lauren Ward, this business was one of the first in the country to source renewable propane. And in a state with winters that are unpredictable, they excel at customer service. Last winter, they proudly delivered propane on time or early to all customers and routinely worked with customers who were struggling financially to ensure they did not go without heat. Waltz & Sons, you go above and beyond. Congratulations for being this year's winners of the Chalmers Insurance Group Customer Service Award.
Holy smokes. Wow. Thank you. This is most of the gang here. We have a crew of 17. I can't thank you enough for having us here. Amazing group of individuals and companies here. We're really happy to be a proud part of this individual group, really. So this is my father here, Skip Waltz. Some of you may know he's been in the industry since the 1800s. Right? So he'll tell you. No, we started in '96, and he actually started with just a pickup truck and a service van. He was a master plumber. Got out of doing a job as district manager for Suburban Propane for many years and decided he could do it better himself. So he said, well, why not? And started in '96, and now we have over 4,600 customers and 17 employees, and still striving to do the best we can and do the best service we can. And with these people behind us, I don't see any end to that at all. So thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it.
Congratulations again. I would now like to invite up Kathy Lee from Lee International, also one of the IFOB founders, to say a few words.
Good evening. I'm really sorry that I have to start my remarks with some disappointing news, and that is to tell you that these cool Jeeps that you've seen around are not being raffled. They're not a prize. In fact, I promised my brother Adam I would tell you they are actually for sale. It was, well, let me start by commenting on something somebody else said. While I have always valued and supported the Maine economy, being involved in starting the Institute for Family-Owned Business actually has a backstory. About 35 years ago, I was in a very demanding job, practicing law at Bernstein Shore. I had a 3-year-old son. I was on a bunch of boards, active politically. Let's just say my plate was really full. Periodically, my father, Shep, would say to me, actually insist, that I join him at an early morning meeting of the Institute for Family-Owned Business at the University of New Hampshire. I was interested, and I didn't say no lightly to my dad. So it was always a crazy scramble to get out of the house, get the kid clothed, fed, dropped at daycare, keep on top of the court schedule and other work commitments, and get to Manchester by 9 a.m. for the program. Shep had recently discovered the Institute at UNH, one of a number of such programs that was popping up all across the country, and he was really excited about it. And part of the reason is that when he graduated from Bowdoin College, he really wanted to be a college professor. In Jewish families, the oldest son is expected to go into the business, but his older brother, Harold, had no interest at all. The consolation was that he went on to be a doctor, but then it fell to my father to step up, and he was really ambivalent about it. And in fact, in the early years, had a fair amount of conflict with my grandfather. And he was determined that this was not going to happen again with the next generation. And so he was really intrigued and interested to learn what are people doing to avoid these kinds of family conflicts, but keep their businesses alive. So he was really excited about this UNH program. The programs were good, they were interesting, they offered lots of new ideas, practical advice, evidence-based suggestions that could really help families manage their businesses and their family relationships. And to do it in a way that would really promote positive relationships and the health of the business, so it would go on to the next generation. I think Paige said it really well. We would talk all the way back to Portland about what we learned and what he could do and what could be used in our own family business. Set up an outside advisory board, bring in a psychologist to talk to family members about how to get along inside and outside the business. After the third or fourth trip, I told Shep, you know, I just can't do this anymore. It's too hard. And besides, why can't we do this here in Maine? Why do we have to go to New Hampshire to do this? So I knew that these programs started with a law firm, an insurance company, sometimes a bank, an accounting firm, a consulting firm, all of which could offer relevant and substantive programs to family-owned businesses. The standard approach was to house these programs in educational institutions so people would know it's not about selling to family businesses, it's about providing information and education. I already had a law firm in mind, and I was convinced we could do this. And with Shep cheering me on, I actually approached David Hawk of Cloud Hawk Consulting and asked if he'd be willing to help me convince the big boys in the law firm and all the other firms and at the university to get on board. He readily agreed, and so did the big boys, and so the Institute for Family-Owned Business was born. In the early years, I was really interested to see programs that would focus on women in family businesses, as so often it was the sons who got the attention and were expected to take over from their fathers. Catherine Cloudman, who you saw in the video, was one of those daughters that got on board and helped to lead the Institute forward. There was a lot of interest in those programs, and now I look at these affinity groups and it's really amazing. And it's also gratifying to see how the Institute has grown and prospered, clearly continuing to fill a need, survive and thrive, that really does capture it. I started the day today, first thing, at a program of Mercy Hospital honoring Maddie. I thought about her all afternoon, and it really gives me pleasure to be able to speak about her tonight and to hear more Maddie stories. It was in the early days of the Institute for Family-Owned Business that I met Maddie, and she became a dear, dear friend to me. She was a steadfast, devoted cheerleader for all my causes, my champion, always ready with a word of advice, encouragement, and a hug, and to get her hands dirty. And that laugh, oh my God, that laugh, that would carry me for days. Maddie, like my father Shep, believed that it's essential in this life to help others, to help those who need, to be generous, to give when you can, to participate in and support your community, to volunteer, to lead by example. And so, in the spirit of Maddie and my father Shep, it's really an honor for me on behalf of my family and Lee Auto Malls to present the Shep Lee Community Service Award tonight.
So let's get to that, shall we? The Shep Lee Community Service Award. For more than 60 years, Shep Lee built a successful auto dealership, as you know, with a corporate culture based upon respect and concern for customers and employees. The recipient of this year's award, nominated by Lori Voisin, exemplifies these qualities that were so important to Shep. The judges were impressed by the way in which it has served its rustic community by preserving Acadian farming heritage, largely through reigniting interest in buckwheat. Buckwheat replenishes the soil, and the company's success in bringing back this crop within the community and beyond has enabled them to create agricultural jobs against the trend of farm closures. Join me in congratulating Bouchard Family Farm, our Shep Lee Community Service Award winner.
Thank you.
Thank you. We didn't have a speech
Yeah,
prepared.
they had told us if you come down, probably get a speech prepared. Well, that didn't happen. But I'd just like to thank Maine Business the individual who nominated us, and now we're getting this award. It's not an easy task doing what we do. We have to wear many hats. We're marketers, we're mechanics, we're salespeople. I'm definitely going to let Jan say her spiel. I won't hog the mic. I won't hog the mic for too long.
Doing a good job.
But you know, it's a lot of work, and it's nice to be recognized once in a while for what you do. Living where we are, it's how we're far from the markets. It's difficult to do a lot of things. The weather's not always on our side. But anyway, to make a long story short, it's all worth it. I wish my son and my daughter-in-law could have been here, but they got a baby who got the runny nose, so they decided not to come. But anyway, I thank you, and let Jan say a few words.
I'm just very proud of my family. Being a farming family is not easy, like my husband just said. But I'm very proud of my son taking over the business someday and keeping the tradition of our Acadian heritage alive for the next generation and beyond.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'd like to invite up Derek Volk, Chief Executive Officer from Volk Packaging Corporation, and of course, Maddie's children, Ellen and Ben Corson.
Good evening, everybody. I was asked to say a few words about Maddie, and I'll be brief. But so I met Maddie 24 years ago, actually, when we won the first ever Family Business of the Year award. We were presented the award by Maddie and by Shep Lee, who was a good friend of my dad's, and it was quite an honor. And when I think about Maddie, I think about the word legacy. I always jokingly say that if I die and my obituary says he made a lot of boxes, I screwed up. And I think Maddie really, that's what Maddie was all about, was legacy. Her legacy here, the Institute for Family-Owned Business, is tremendous and lasts forever. If you go over to the Children's Theater of Maine, you'll see the Maddie Corson Theater. She was a great business person. She was a great leader. But at the end of the day, she cared about her community. She cared about people. She was definitely a hugger. And she's just a wonderful person who left an amazing legacy that we should all just be inspired by and try to live up to. So thank you very much. It's an honor to be here tonight.
Hi, I'm Ben Corson, Maddie's son. I met her 64 years ago. These are very bright lights, by the way. It's an honor for me to, I moved out of Maine. I went to law school in Maine and then moved out in '82 and went to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore and have been in Maryland ever since. So I would hear about a lot of this stuff through the phone calls and visits and so forth, but to see folks that she had spoken so highly of, the Lees, et cetera, is really fun for me. And it's tremendous to see this program is phenomenal. So I can just tell you a tiny bit of Maddie's background in family business and dealing with the problems that family businesses face, specifically in generational transitions. But she started literally as a housewife, and a very committed housewife, 4 kids, no business experience whatsoever. She was trained as an elementary school teacher. And I watched and helped, to a degree, her build herself up in various educational programs and various other things, learning the newspaper business, learning the media business. And she always had this tremendous way with people. And eventually, when she became the chairman of the board of our company, her energy, her hugging, her eyes, her motherly instincts, et cetera, which we all knew well, really were very, very transformative and actually changed the culture of the business tremendously for the better, because when we had to go through a very difficult transition with a CEO change and a pretty major turnaround that did involve some buyouts and layoffs and this type of thing. So her energy was incredibly helpful in that context. But in the newspaper business, and it wasn't just the newspaper division was actually the second largest part of the company, but newspapers were under tremendous buyout pressure from companies like Gannett and Knight Ridder and so forth. The family-owned newspaper was a major institution in America, and they were just getting gobbled up left, right, and center through the late 70s, 80s, 90s. And so we developed this, we actually used the Wharton School at Penn in the same way that the Lees used the folks at UNH to develop various strategies for trying to keep the family business together, analyzing things like why do they break up, right? So I'm sure you know, these are the old statistics, but 50% don't make it to Gen 2, 70% don't make it to Gen 3. We were in Gen 7. We lasted 120 years, and then due to exogenous factors, just having to do with scale and other things, not family dynamics, we ended up having to sell the company. But we used a thing called the Family Forum. We tried to get people involved. We sent out publications. We sent out financials. We had gatherings to try to keep the other generations, interested in it and so forth. And actually worked fairly well, so that at the end, we were able to make a systematic and rational decision to sell the company, as opposed to being forced to do something. I don't know if you're familiar with what happened to, for example, the Pritzker family, but it can get really ugly when you have family members trying to literally break up the business and cash out of it and so forth. So anyway, these techniques worked very well for us. So it's with great pleasure that I guess we're going to present this award for businesses with 25 or fewer employees, I believe, which is just fantastic. And I'm not sure what happens next, actually.
I will come back up and join you. I'll hand you this. How about
thank
that?
you. Great.
And we will present this award. As you just said, Ben, yeah, the Maddie Corson Small Business Award is for businesses with fewer than 25 employees. And this year's winner, a third-generation family business, was nominated by Meredith Strang Burgess. The judges were immediately taken by its small but mighty presence in the community, having built and installed countless home fences, if that doesn't give it away, many of the highway guardrails we drive by every day, and the chain link fence on the Casco Bay Bridge. They abide by a customer and employee-first approach. All employees are trained in fencing basics, fostering advancement potential, and making customer service issues a breeze. Congratulations to Mainline Fence. You are our winner of the Maddie Corson Small Business Award.
Well, this is a surprise for us and a great honor. This is my son, Ryan. I'm Rocky Chincut. I started working at Mainline Fence in 1970. My father had bought the business in 1969. At that time, I was 20 years old, which seemed like it had been around a long time. But I worked with my father for about 20 years, and then I eventually took over from him. And I'm really pleased that my son, Ryan, is now running the business with his wife, Martha. I think things are going really well, and you know it's pretty tough running a construction business in Maine year after year. But somehow, now for 75 years, we've kept it going, and like I said, it's a great honor to get this award. Thank you.
All right, last one. I'd like to invite Faustine Rennie, third-generation owner from Rennie's, to the stage to help present the next award. Our final award of the night is the Rennie's Large Business Award, given to a company with more than 25 employees. All of the judges agreed on this one. Teamwork is what set this company apart. Nominated by Deirdre Wadsworth and Joe Capozza, this company has been at the heart of major Maine infrastructure projects for decades, including pioneering wetland mitigation and widening I-95, and a commitment to safety has seeped into every part of their culture. In over 6 years, the company has had 0 lost time injuries. Congratulations to the winner of the Rennie's Large Business Award, R.J. Grondin and Sons.
I have to admit, I was looking back to make sure that the folks were following me up to the front. But I didn't have a doubt in the world because we have a great team here. Can somebody hold that for a second? Larry Grondin, third generation owner. Proud to be here, super proud to be nominated, let alone winning. So thank you very much for the nominations. We've got an amazing team behind us. We are new to this group, so thank you for welcoming us in. Super proud to be here. First time nominated to this, and just really kind of dumbfounded. But amazing team, third generation, now fourth generation, because my cousin just retired. So, and a possible fourth generation over here. So, thank you. Cheers.
Congratulations. And congratulations to all of our winners tonight. Let's give them another round of applause. And thank you all for joining us tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of these exceptional companies. Please remember to complete the Maine Family Business Awards survey at fambusiness.org. We would love your feedback. And as thanks, you'll actually be entered to win a 2-night stay at Maine Forest Yurts, courtesy of the Crowley family. We also always invite you to give to the IFOB, which is a nonprofit organization. Your tax-deductible donation will help provide programming to support family businesses and in turn aid our collective economy. You can use your phone to scan this QR code, or you can find the one on the back of your program book, and you can also shop online here. Great holiday gifts, locally owned stuff. And if you wouldn't mind, please turn in your name tag sleeves before you leave. And winners and honorees, please come back here on stage and join us for photos before you leave. Finalists and semi-finalists, please remember your framed certificates and your free membership to the IFOB for our upcoming programs. Thanks again, everyone, for coming, and congratulations to all of those here tonight. We are so proud to be here with you.